There are moments in your life, quiet and profound, when you can almost feel the universe leaning in to whisper a secret. It's a feeling that rises from beneath the surface of your everyday reality, a gentle but persistent pull that suggests, this life you are living, you didn't consciously choose every part of it. A deeper part of you did. Most people feel this whisper and quickly dismiss it, brushing it aside as a fleeting thought. But you're not like them. You got here right now not by accident, but because a part of you wants to hear the truth. The good, the hard, and the confusing things in your life have not been shaped by your positive thoughts, the vision board on your wall, or the affirmations you say every morning. That's why you're here. It was shaped by a force that is much older, stronger, and more stable. As you go about your day, it works in the background, like a program that controls every aspect of your life. The best thing about this discovery is that the hidden mechanism is not some magical force that you can't get your hands on. That's not luck or chance. It's planned. Right now, it's inside you. It is a precise, measurable, and deeply personal system that has been affecting every event, relationship, and chance in your life without you even being aware of it. For a moment, picture yourself living in a house where the temperature is always just right for you. There are times when you want it to be warmer or cooler, but the thermostat is hidden behind a wall and can't be changed. You can change how the room feels by adding more layers or opening a window, but this will only help with the symptoms. The thermostat, which controls the temperature in the room, stays the same. This is exactly how most people feel about the process of making their reality. They think they are choosing wisely and trying to change the world around them. But an internal thermostat, a switch that they aren't even aware of, has already been set for them, and it will keep their whole life at a comfortable level. Your deepest desire is not the main signal that goes out into the huge, smart quantum field. It's not even how clear your goals are. The signal that the universe always responds to is the state that your body naturally and regularly goes back to. This frequency is sent out by your being all the time, 7 days a week, whether you are aware of it or not. And this brings us to a powerful paradox, a truth that many spiritual teachings miss because it is so simple and shocking. Your dominant vibration, not your preferred one, is what the quantum field, which is made up of all possible realities, responds to. This means that your current life does not reflect your hopes and dreams. It's an exact reflection of your internal baseline, the emotional home your body has become used to. This is the truth, and it makes me feel both very uncomfortable and very free. It would be great for everyone on Earth to be healthy, loved, and have everything they need if manifestation was just about wanting something. However, wanting doesn't change the field by itself. There is no language used by the universe to talk to us. It talks using energy, vibration, and coherence as its language. The device reads the unique electromagnetic signature that you give off all the time, and the one thing you have probably never been taught to look at, your internal state of being, determines your signature, your personal broadcast. I'm not talking about the high state you try to reach during your 10-minute morning meditation. This is the state your nervous system learnt a very long time ago to be normal, and that you go back to as soon as you get distracted. It is the pattern of feelings and energies that your subconscious mind plays over and over again, without ever asking you what you think. This is the switch inside. This is where the thermostat is hidden. This is the main reason why your real life often feels like a dream that keeps coming back, a loop that you can't get out of, or a movie you've seen 100 times, because the signal that makes it happen hasn't changed. You know the characters, the plot, and how it will end. This is the beautiful point where the worlds of science and spirituality meet, making it impossible to ignore. A system with infinite possibilities, the quantum field, only collapses into a single, specific outcome when an observer interacts with it, according to a fundamental principle in the fascinating field of quantum mechanics. It's like a room full of a million shimmering threads of possibility. The thread that takes on the form of your physical reality is the one that an observer touches. But here's an important fact that has been missed. The observer is not just your mind. It's not the part of you that thinks, hopes, and dreams. Whatever is going on inside you is the real observer. It's made up of all of your parts, your deeply ingrained habits, your stored feelings, the memories in your body's cells, your unique body chemistry, and your sense of who you are. This means that you have been collapsing timelines and making decisions about your reality based on the energy of who you are right now, not what you think you want. And because your sense of self or identity is a feedback loop that keeps going, your body is always pulling you back to the same vibrational signature you've had for years. This is a cycle that keeps going. If you want to match how you feel, you collapse a reality that doesn't exist. When that reality shows up, it confirms how you felt, which makes you feel even better about how you felt. The loop keeps going. Standing in front of the mirror and telling yourself, "I am a powerful creator of my reality," is like hearing a whisper in your body say, "But I don't feel safe to receive." You could imagine a beautiful, loving relationship for an hour, but your nervous system is sending out a low frequency of fear and mistrust because of past hurts. The field, with its limitless and impersonal intelligence, always pays attention to the signal that is louder, more consistent, and more physical. The vibration, not the words, makes it work. This is the main reason why a lot of people feel stuck and lost. No matter how hard they try and how many times they do it right, they feel like they are pushing a boulder up a hill. The main power switch is in a different room, deep inside them, and they are trying to flip a light switch on the wall while being aware of this. However, please hear this. This is not the end of your story. Right now, a brand new door opens wide for you. The rules of the game change the moment you fully understand that the quantum field doesn't respond to your surface-level intentions, but to your deep, internal coherence. All of a sudden, you're not fighting against the outside world anymore. You are no longer fighting with the truth. You are instead learning how to tune the instrument that is you so that you can send out the signal that shapes it easily. You are learning that to manifest, you don't have to work harder. You just have to align more deeply. You can't think your way into alignment either. You have to be in that state. The switch is inside of you. Because as soon as you learn how to flip it, your reality will start to change without any resistance, force, or the painful delays you are used to. Let's take a moment to feel this way before we go into more detail about how to do this. If you want to, close your eyes. Inside the quantum field, there is already a copy of you that has turned this switch on. There is a part of you that always sees things clearly, feels deeply at peace, and sends out a signal that is so clear and consistent that it naturally changes the odds of life to help you. You've had glimpses of this version of yourself before. You've felt it in your dreams, when you had a sudden flash of intuition that led you perfectly, or when time seemed to slow down and you felt deeply connected to everything. Those glimpses are not just made up in your head. They are loving leaks from a higher timeline that remind you of the strong person you are meant to become. And know that what you're feeling now, a stirring inside you, a warmth in your chest, or a sense of recognition in your gut is not just an emotion. The truth's resonance is it. There is a part of you that knows exactly what I'm talking about, even though your logical mind is still trying to catch up. This is where most people start to back off. They try to think their way through a mystery that they can't fully understand with their minds alone. You will see how things work behind the curtain if you stay with me, though. Once you truly see it, you won't be able to unsee it. If you feel a stirring inside you right now, a warmth in your chest, or a sense of recognition in your gut, know that it is not just an emotion. It is the resonance of truth. Before we go any further, let's anchor this moment. This isn't just about watching, it's about participating in your own awakening. In the comments below, I want you to write a single word: resonance. By typing this, you are sending a signal back to the universe, acknowledging that you hear its call and are ready to understand the music of your own soul. When someone goes through a big change, there is a moment of deep realization when they realize that the things they were trying so hard to change on the outside were never the real cause of their problem. Every day, people change their habits, their daily routines, their career goals, and the ways they try to be successful. They change their minds, move to new cities, and start dating new people. Some people, though, feel like nothing really changes because the signal they send into the universe doesn't change at all. Your energetic signal is much more important than what you do physically in the quantum world. You have intentions that are whispers, but the frequencies you carry are loud. The real control center of your reality is your emotional state, the place where you feel at home when you keep going back to the same feelings and situations in your life. For most people, quantum manifestation feels so random and unreliable not because they can't figure out what they want or aren't disciplined enough to go after it, because they don't know how to use their internal switch or even where to look for it yet. They are trying to paint the walls of their house again, but the foundation, which is deep underground, keeps making the same cracks. The quantum field is responding to a much deeper part of their being that they have never been taught to deal with. Yet, they try to change their life from the outside. For decades, science has been pointing to this truth, but in our busy, outward-focused world, its deep implications are often missed. When you breathe in and out, your nervous system sends electromagnetic patterns into the air around you. It's not a closed circuit. Your heart makes a field of energy that can be felt several feet away. It is the most powerful magnetic generator in your body. Your brain then syncs up its electrical rhythms based on the emotional memories and thought patterns you have used many times before. These complex systems work together all the time to create a single signal, a vibrational signature that is as unique as your fingerprint. The quantum field is always talking to this signature, telling it what reality to reflect back to you. And now comes the twist that changes everything. The one that goes against everything you thought you knew about manifestation. This signature, this personal broadcast, is not based on what you want or what you say positively. It is based on the emotional baseline that your body has learnt to recognize as normal. That is, you are not sending the signal of what you want. Instead, you are sending the signal of what you always feel. If your body has learnt that struggle is normal, the field will pick up on that signal and give you more experiences that are similar to the one you were having. If your body has learnt the low-level hum of anxiety, the field picks up on that anxiety and creates situations that make that feeling make sense. However, if you have trained your body to feel expansive, coherent, and open all the time, the field will pick up that strong signal and have no choice but to send it back to you. This is the switch inside. What does this switch really do? This is the state of coherence between your mind, your feelings, your identity, and your nervous system. Picture a lovely orchestra. A strong, clear, and moving piece of music is made when all the instruments play together perfectly. When they are all out of sync, like when the violins play a sad tune and the trumpets play a happy one, the signal gets broken up, jumbled, and hard to understand. The universe simply reflects that fragmentation back to you in the form of a life that feels random and stuck, like a perfect cosmic mirror. This is why you might tell yourself, "I am thinking positively," but your life won't change. This is because your internal switch is still in the old position, which means you are stuck in an emotion you have had for years. Your mind may be saying abundance, but your body is screaming threat, because it remembers hard times with money in the past. Though your mind may be telling you, "I deserve love," your heart is still guarded from past betrayals, telling you, "Protect yourself at all costs." Your mind may picture a wonderful new world, but deep down, you know that "I'm not ready for that yet." There is no way for the loudest thought you can think to change the quantum field into a new reality. It falls apart based on the most coherent state you can be in. And that beautiful inner harmony called coherence only shows up when your emotions, beliefs, thoughts, and body are all moving in the same direction and telling the same story. The spiritual and the scientific have finally come together at this holy spot. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said that you have to feel the state of having your wish come true. According to neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza, when you are feeling very emotional, you send out a strong electromagnetic signature into the field. And the rules of quantum physics tell us that observing something turns an infinite number of possibilities into a single event. There is no difference between these ideas. They're just different ways of talking about the same universal truth. There is a switch inside you that lets your feelings, identity, and observations all come together into a single, coherent frequency. Once that switch is turned on, you will no longer send mixed messages to the field. Your signal gets clear and unified. A single signal makes manifestation quick and almost magical, since the field doesn't have to guess which timeline you are trying to line up with. It gets a command that is clear, direct, and unambiguous. But here's the secret part that no one tells you. It will set you free. It's not possible to will or force this switch to change. There is no way to force your nervous system to feel good about having enough. You cannot force coherence from your heart. And you can't fake a frequency by saying words over and over that your body doesn't really believe. If your deepest feelings or thoughts are at odds with what you're saying or picturing, the quantum field won't be fooled. The field reads how you really feel. It reads what you believe in your body. The landscape of your real inner world is red, not the one you put on for other people or yourself. This is the exact reason why people get stuck. They keep trying to fix the signs that their inner alignment is off instead of fixing the one switch that controls their whole frequency. Let us keep this very simple. Imagine that the way you feel inside is like the tuning dial on an old radio. All day, you can yell at the radio, "Play jazz, play jazz." But unless you change the frequency on the dial with your hands, the station will never, ever change. The frequency selector for your reality is inside of you. Even if your thoughts say one thing, if your internal dial is still set to the old, familiar station of not enough or I'm not worthy, the broadcast will not change, and your life will just mirror where that dial is set. Most people try to change the station of their reality by hoping more, thinking more, or visualizing for longer periods of time. The dial doesn't move, though, because you aren't trying to make it do so. What controls it is your emotional signal, who you are as a body, and the beautiful harmony of your inner coherence. This is why you might have those wonderful, short-lived moments of clarity or alignment when bringing things into your life seems natural, easy, and almost automatic. At that moment, your switch flipped for some reason you might not have known. You might have been feeling very thankful or open, or you might have been so in the present moment that you forgot to worry. Your mind and body were in perfect sync at those times. You were in sync with your heart and mind. Your sense of self became softer and bigger, and for a beautiful moment, your signal made sense. For the quantum field, that coherence is the language it speaks and loves. Because coherence is order, and order turns randomness into real things with amazing speed and accuracy. The problem is that, as you know, most people go back to how they felt before in minutes or even seconds. Not because they want to, but because our nervous systems are hooked on feelings we've had before. Even if it hurts, your body wants things to be the same every time. Fear is a feeling we all know. It's normal to feel doubt sometimes. Self-sabotage is a pattern that feels familiar. And the switch inside you will always go to what feels most natural. That is the hidden force that has been shaping your life. Maybe even without your knowledge. No, it's not your hopes or plans. It is your emotional past that is stored as energy in your body, picked over and over by your nervous system, and sent out into the field as your strongest, most stable signal. And the loop will keep going until that switch is flipped on purpose and with love. The best news, though, is that as soon as you notice the switch, you can move it. Not by working hard, but by getting in line. Not with strong desire, but with gentle presence. The next part will talk about the strong force that keeps pulling you back to the same frequency. Once you understand it, you'll finally know how to stop sending out a signal you didn't choose to send out in the first place. Let's make this more than just some information. Let's consciously tell you to do it. Right now, in the comments, I want you to tell the quantum field what you want to do. This is not a comment. Write these exact words. I choose the new signal. It's a short statement or clear instruction that takes precedence over the old autopilot. The universe is listening as you consciously turn the dial. Now that you have told the universe what you want, let's lock in this new frequency. The subscribe button below can be thought of as a way to keep this stream of coherence on your radio. When you subscribe, you make a spiritual agreement to keep getting transmissions that will make your new signal stronger and more stable. You promise to stay in touch with the part of yourself that is ready for this change. There is something strange and powerful that happens inside you every time you decide to change your life. A quiet resistance starts to build up, not as a clear thought, but as a feeling in the body. It could feel like your chest is getting tighter. You have a familiar weight behind your ribs, or you are being pulled back into the person you used to be. Most people get this feeling wrong. They say it's because they are afraid, don't want to do it, or it's a sign from the universe that they are going in the wrong direction. But it's not any of those things. That pull is from your old identity, the self you have been practicing and rehearsing for years. It wants you to stay in the frequency it knows and understands. Your old self is more than just a mental pattern or a bunch of memories. It is a vibrational imprint that is alive and well and is stored deep in your nervous system. It's strong because it's been used over and over again for years and is held together by memory, emotion, and basic survival wiring. As soon as you try to change your internal switch to a higher frequency, that old imprint starts to react. It doesn't do anything because it wants you to fail or get hurt. It reacts because it is afraid you will lose control of the timeline you have been following without realizing it. Imagine that your identity is made up of a lot of different feelings, beliefs, and physical responses that your body has learned to recognize and depend on. Prediction is a lot more important to your brain than happiness. It likes the chemical mix of your old emotions, even if they are doubt, sadness, or anxiety, because it knows how to deal with them. You can count on them. Your old self sees this new, unknown territory as unstable when you take a determined step towards a new reality that is full of plenty, deep love, or joyful growth. It only trusts what it has already seen and felt, not the beauty of possibilities. In this way, it starts to gently but firmly pull you back into your old emotional patterns. The old doubts start to show up again. Your mind keeps coming back to the same safe and limiting thoughts. Your body feels the same old tension again. Something is not wrong or failing with you because this is happening. Your body has been trained to keep you focused on the past instead of the future, which is why this is happening. Your old self is not after your beautiful wants. It's after a sense of safety. And for the nervous system, what it knows is always safe. This is the main reason why so many people keep going through the same emotional cycles, even after reading a lot of self-help books, watching a lot of motivational videos, and writing down their dreams in journals. They are stuck in loops that affect more than just their minds. Just like an electrical voltage, the energy of your past is stored in your body. This voltage keeps flipping the switch back to its old, comfortable position. Even if you tell yourself in your mind that you are ready to be abundant, the switch will always flip back if your heart is still sending out the frequency of fear and contraction. Even if you choose to move on to a new, healthy relationship, the switch will go back to the old one if your nervous system still connects love with the risk of being hurt. You can work hard to create a new, more powerful timeline, but if your core identity still sees itself through the lens of past limitations, the switch will quickly go back to the old one. It happens over and over again, and you keep telling yourself lies about it. You tell me, I'm blocked, I'm stuck, or maybe I must be doing something wrong. The truth, on the other hand, is much more beautiful and empowering than that. You're not blocked. You are just stuck with an older version of yourself that hasn't been lovingly changed to fit your new goals yet. Entanglement is a beautiful and mysterious phenomenon in quantum physics, where two systems can be very far apart, but still be deeply connected and able to affect each other right away. The identity you used to have is one of those complicated systems. No matter how much you want new and better things to happen, the emotional residue of your past is still affecting the signal you are sending out to the pitch right now. In this way, growth as a person often feels like a tug of war. You aren't just making a new version of yourself. You are lovingly separating from the old one. The hardest and most freeing part of quantum manifestation is the process of disentanglement. For as soon as the emotional link to the old identity is gone, the switch has no reason to turn back on. The new higher state becomes your normal state, your energetic base, or your new home frequency. After that, manifestation happens on its own, because the field is finally getting a stable, coherent, and unwavering signal instead of one that is broken up and hard to understand. At this point, you have made the choice to let go. I'd like to invite you to join me in a collective release to make this decision official. Write this strong affirmation in the comments. I am now disentangling. As you type those words, feel the truth in them. Each letter is a piece cut from an old, strong chord. This is your way of telling yourself and the field that you are no longer available for the old timeline. You are not the only one who can use this energy of release and disentanglement. Other people have tuning forks that are ready to join yours. It's not just sending a video when you share this transmission. You're also sending this field of coherence all over the world. You become a lighthouse that helps other souls find their way when they are ready to see the truth. By sharing, you make your own freedom stronger. To really understand how this works, picture two tuning forks next to each other. The other will start to vibrate in time with the first one if you hit it. The way your consciousness works is the same. The tuning fork of your future self starts to vibrate when you try to send out a new, beautiful signal, like confidence, abundance, or clarity. If, on the other hand, the tuning fork of your past self is louder, older, or more familiar, it will pull you back into resonance with it. The frequency your body has practiced the most will always be the one it uses. That is the real reason why it can be so hard to make changes. It's not that the new timeline is far away. It's that the old timeline is still playing in your head so loudly. The internal switch in your brain keeps going to the signal that makes you feel the most. Now for a twist that will change the way you see your own strength. An emotional charge isn't just based on intensity, it's also based on repetition. A mild feeling of insecurity that you've had for 10 years is more powerful vibrationally than a strong feeling of inspiration that lasts for 10 minutes. A low level of doubt that I've had before is stronger than my newfound confidence. A single brief moment of growth will never be worth a lifetime of being in survival mode. The only thing that has changed is that your old identity has been on the air longer. This is exactly what the quantum field does. It just bounces the wave back to you without any interpretation or negotiation. Consistency, coherence, and vibrational truth are what it responds to. But right now is the exact moment when all of your power comes back to you. As soon as you become aware of the old identity's soft pull, the cycle starts to break. Being aware is the light that turns off autopilot. When you feel that inner tightening, that flood of old emotions, or that thought that tells you, stay where you are, it's safer here, you are facing your old identity. It's very clear that you can see the exact moment when the switch tries to snap back into place. Seeing someone else give birth gives you the power to choose. A choice is the first step towards coherence. That's when a new signal starts to make sense. A fresh, clear signal marks the start of a new timeline. Okay, let's anchor something strong right now. It will change the energy of your change itself. Please type this into the comments section below. I choose the new signal. There's more to this than just a comment for an algorithm. It's a short statement. You start to connect your new identity to the real world through this physical action. A wave of collective resonance, or community-level coherence, is created when thousands of people say the same powerful phrase over and over again. This makes your own intention stronger. You are not just typing words. You are becoming more like the version of yourself that won't put up with the past. What comes next is the most important turning point in this whole journey. When you know how the old identity has been taking back the switch, you can finally learn how to take it back with love. What I'm going to show you next is the quantum shortcut. The easy, beautiful way to flip the switch into a state of coherence, and more importantly, keep it there. Not through hard work or struggle, but by slowly aligning, not with mental force, but with resonance in the body. And for the first time, the outside world will have no choice but to move with the new music in your soul. Reality has been shaped not by what you want, but by what you consistently embody. This is when the game of manifestation changes for good. That's what most people think they need to do. They try to picture things more clearly, force themselves to feel good, or change their minds by repeating things over and over again. It's not effort, though. It's order that moves the quantum field. From your point of view, coherence is the purest form of order. Your signal gets jumbled and doesn't make sense when your emotions are pulling you in one direction and your thoughts are pulling you in another, and your body is still stuck in the past. In its perfect state, the field only reflects that chaos back to you in the form of confusing contradictions, mixed results, and frustrating delays. There is a clear, strong, and unmistakable message sent to the field when your mind, emotions, identity, and body all start to vibrate in harmony, even if it's only for a moment. That exact moment of alignment is the quantum shortcut. That's how it feels to flip the switch. It can feel miraculous how quickly your reality starts to change around that new, clear signal once it is turned over. See coherence not as a vague spiritual idea, but as a measurable biological and energetic event. This will help you figure out how to intentionally flip this switch. For instance, the idea of heart-brain coherence is not a figure of speech. The electromagnetic field that your heart makes is a lot stronger than the one that your brain makes. Its rhythm becomes beautifully ordered and harmonious when your heart is filled with a strong emotion, like genuine gratitude, deep appreciation, an openness feeling, or pure presence. The organized rhythm then sends a strong message to the brain, which makes it align its own neural patterns. They create a stable, high-energy frequency that spreads through your whole body and into the space around you when these two powerful systems work together in harmony. Scientists can keep track of this huge change. For hundreds of years, spiritual traditions have taught us how important it is. The quantum field reacts to this single signal because coherence is the vibration of clarity that is shared by all things. And clarity is what turns an infinite number of possibilities into a real, measurable thing. You can't get coherence just by thinking about it, though. You can't tell your heart to loosen up or your nervous system to calm down in your mind. As an alternative, coherence appears naturally when you choose an internal state that has no resistance. Resistance is the friction in your energy that breaks up your frequency. Your body physically contracts and your signal collapses into incoherence when you try to manifest from a place of stress, force, or desperation. Because of this, you can picture your ideal life for hours and still feel completely stuck. From a place of inner contraction, you are trying to make a new, bigger timeline. You are sending two signals that are at odds with each other: the intention to grow and the vibration of limitation. The field always reads the vibration, so taking away resistance slowly is the first step in the quantum shortcut. Not by trying to get rid of your fear, but by changing the way you feel about your intention. Stopping the old identity's emotional momentum is the fastest and most loving way to get rid of resistance. Every person has a rhythm that makes them who they are. This rhythm can be their breathing, their muscle tension, or their emotions. Those rhythms send signals that can be predicted. That is, when you take a slow, deep breath on purpose, you are not just breathing. You are messing up a vibrational pattern that will last a lifetime. You're not just letting go of physical tension when you consciously relax your shoulders or soften the muscles in your jaw. Changes are being made to the energetic structure that holds your old reality in place. By placing your hand gently over your heart, you are sending direct sensory feedback to your vagus nerve. This makes your whole body feel safer. Safety is the key to getting rid of resistance. And since there is no resistance, the switch can freely flip. But taking deep breaths and relaxing are just the beginning. When you learn to assume the emotional state of the reality you want before it shows up in your life, you can really flip things around. There's no need to act like this. It's not about making yourself feel something you don't. It has to do with resonance. Your nervous system is so smart that it can't tell the difference between an emotion that comes from a real event and one that you have vividly and fully imagined. Your body starts to believe that the new reality you want is already happening if you can create the feeling state of it. This could be peace, expansion, abundance, or ease. As soon as your body believes it, your identity starts to change to match. As soon as you change who you are, your signal settles into a new, stable frequency. Once your signal is stable, events, people, and chances around that frequency will automatically be collapsed by the field. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said that you should feel your wish come true. It wasn't because the feeling makes everything obey you magically. This is because the emotion causes your biology to change so that it is in coherence with the desired timeline, making you a vibrational match for it. This is the part that most people miss, but it's the key to making this feel easy and happy. When you try very hard and emotionally, the switch doesn't flip. It changes how steady and calm your state is. You don't have to feel incredibly strong for an hour. You only need one calm moment to feel truly aligned. An instant of real, heartfelt coherence sends a signal into the field that is stronger than a month of intention that is tense. Your heart, brain, identity, breath, and energy field all work together in that one moment. This perfect alignment makes a vibrational lock that the quantum field can react to very quickly. Things seem to manifest more quickly, not because you forced them to, but because you finally sent one clear signal that the field could read. But to flip the switch and keep it there, you have to do one last graceful thing. Let go of your attachment to how the new reality should come about. Attachment is a subtle form of resistance that looks like want. You narrow your frequency when you try to control the path, the timing, or the specifics. When you lower your frequency, the switch goes back to where it was. This is why letting go is such an important and strong part of manifesting. You're not giving up on your dream when you let go. It is getting out of the way and taking away your resistance so that the field can do what it does best, which is to rearrange the infinite field of probability around your new internal state. When you hold on to your desire but let go of the outside pressure of how it has to happen, the switch stays in its new position long enough to make real, noticeable changes in your life. Moving from wanting to being is the last piece of the puzzle. This is where you make things happen. Let's make this new identity solid. Write this simple but important statement in the comments. I'm the new state. This says everything there is to say about embodiment. You're not trying to get to a new state anymore. You're saying that you are it. The most stable and consistent signal you can send to the field is this one. Something truly amazing starts to happen when your internal switch finally settles into its new, logical place. There are times when it seems like the world around you changes quickly, but it really does. The air you breathe feels different. The people you know start to act differently around you. Opportunities that seemed just out of reach at first start to appear and stay in place without much trouble. People who walk the same streets every day can sometimes feel like everyone is leaning in to meet them halfway. This is the peaceful and lovely revolution that happens when the observer inside you changes deeply. Surprising, Loud magic tricks don't change the real world. It changes by rearranging itself slowly and gracefully around your new, stable frequency. And the more in sync your inner state is, the more naturally and easily the outside world becomes in sync with it. You begin to notice that old emotional responses just don't work anymore. The emotions of survival that used to control everything you did start to lose their power over you. Life doesn't bother you as much, and you're not as caught up in the loud drama of the past. This is not you controlling yourself. It is your vibrational truth becoming stable inside of you. Your body will stop pulling you back into old, painful cycles once it knows that a new emotional baseline is safe and comfortable. There is no longer any power or energy in the old identity to reset the switch, so it stays in place. You are no longer living from memories of the past. Instead, you are living from the intention of the future, which is present in you. And presence is the holy place where all coherent manifestation begins. Without any effort, the field adapts to this new state. You'll start to notice coincidences that seem too exact to be random. It will be like life is speaking to you in a language you were always meant to understand. At the right time, the right people show up. There are solutions to problems even before they are fully formed. Your ideas don't feel forced or work hard. Instead, they feel guided and inspired. There is no chance or luck in this. It is physics and consciousness dancing together perfectly. You have finally stopped sending signals that aren't working together. You are no longer collapsing timelines that belong to a younger, less capable version of yourself. The quantum field finally has a stable, clear message to send back, and it does so with such grace and accuracy that it will take your breath away. A lot of people believe that when they accomplish something new, big changes take place. When someone changes deeply, though, something inside them no longer fits with who they used to be. The old emotional patterns just fade away, not because you fought them, but because you lovingly outgrew their vibration. You change into a new person who doesn't fit into the life you had before. That is the real quantum shift. You will no longer be looking for manifestations after that. Because you finally become an observer the field can trust, they start to move towards you. What happens now is that your future self stops feeling like a far-off possibility and starts feeling like the natural next step in your journey. Deep down, you know that the timeline you want is not ahead of you. It is running parallel to you and is just waiting for your own coherence to make it stable. And the more you live in the mind of someone who already lives that beautiful reality, the more the outside world falls into place perfectly. That's why manifestation starts to happen on its own. It's not that the universe has decided to favor you out of the blue. It's just that you have finally tuned in to a frequency that fits with the life you want. As you become rooted in your new identity, something else starts to awaken inside you. A deep sense of belonging to a reality that you used to feel was out of reach. You are no longer making updates happen. They are happening to you. You are no longer just thinking about new options. You are living them. At the level of the cells, you know that your inner state is not a response to the outside world. It is a command to it. If you live your life based on that unchanging truth, creation will just happen naturally. You stop letting life happen to you and start moving with it. Before we end, I want you to let this last truth sink into your mind in a way that goes beyond logic. Someone or something inside you is ready to stop trying so hard and start connecting more deeply. That's why you're here today. You are ready to stop negotiating with the past and start making plans for the future. Yes, the switch is internal, but the change that happens after it is universal. Once this change inside you becomes normal, Everything you've been trying to bring into your life will start moving towards you with a clarity and purpose that seems like magic. It's not because you asked for it more, but because you finally turned into the person the pitch had been waiting for. This flow of energy doesn't stop when the video does. The like button below serves as an anchor for this new coherence, rather than just acting as an algorithm trigger. When you click like, you choose to make this frequency stronger in your own energy field. It's your way of saying, I accept and use this clarity right now. Finally, please share this message again if it spoke to you deeply. You are adding to a group of powerful creators, and the quantum law of resonance guarantees that the energy you send out will come back to you stronger. Some people feel called to go even deeper on this journey and really understand the mechanics, practices, identity shifts, and energetic alignments that make this transformation real and long-lasting. There is a path that has been carefully chosen for this powerful part of your journey. You can find it in the book Awaken Your Quantum Power and in the practical guide that goes with it. It's not a casual read. It's a structured immersion meant to boost your coherence, keep your new frequency stable, and assist you in lovingly tearing down the timelines that no longer serve you. The link is ready for you in the comment that has been pinned below. Do what makes you feel pulled. The next level is already open. You are the only one left to step into it. Hold on just a moment. You made it this far, which means this message was meant for you. This isn't just luck. It's proof that you are ready for a major change. The universe is giving you a clear signal right now. It's time to move from struggling and chasing to easy receiving and flow. This simple idea can completely change your life. Stop forcing outcomes and start tuning into the natural flow where blessings multiply and show up in every area of your life. By clicking the link below, you are immediately stepping into a positive, high-energy community, a place where you learn the practical steps to stay aligned. You'll get immediate, early access to simple tools and clear teachings that help you see opportunities and resources that are currently hidden from most people. This is your chance to get the direct guidance, unwavering support, and fast progress you need to reach your true potential. Don't let this moment of readiness pass you by. Your breakthrough is just one click away. Join our Ready to Receive community immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is the simple way to ensure you always get the personalized guidance you need to elevate and empower your life exactly when you need it. If you want to go deeper and master this shift, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And if you feel like supporting this mission so we can reach more people who are ready, a link to buy me a coffee is there. Your support is always appreciated, but just showing up and focusing your energy is everything. Click the link. Your perfect timing is now.